Hansworm Hat, I just want to share this video that somebody sent to me. 600-pound gorilla, Bob and May Noel, with gorillas as pets. Gorillas are just fursuits. If you go back in time and look at older footage, it's worse. If you look at really old depictions, obviously they won't have photographs, but if you go try to find really, really old depictions of gorillas, they look nothing like a modern day gorilla. And their fake animals change over time. And their fake animals get better over time. These days they can just CGI up something that looks really, really good, unless you have a good eye for... The human eye can tell the difference between CGI and real life. They'll never be able to match it 100%, but it is so good these days that it's hard for people. But if you go back, their hoaxes, they didn't used to be as good at them. Just look at how clearly this is a person in a suit. There's no sound, so I'll just make comments. Look, that's just clearly a person in a suit. And this Free Martin looks so much like a lesbian. Lesbian trapped in a man's body. The body's not even a man, though. It's a woman with a she penis. Just looks like a woman, but I think it's supposed to be a man. What do you guys think? They don't present them like this anymore. Now you're supposed to be super scared of them. That big, thick rubber glove. Like having fun. Duping delight. No fear whatsoever, because knows the secret. Cracking up. And what a slob, too. The unbuttoned shirt, the fat hanging out. Free Martins are dumpy. Doing devil horns. It's all fun and games because they know that there's no threat. What a joke. Men don't look like that. Men have necks. Doing devil horns, obviously. Satanic deception. Looks worse than the ones today. The ones today look better than this. So real animals aren't like that. Real animals don't get better looking throughout time. Now this is just over the top. Today we see a bunch of great apes, which are all people in fursuits. We see them smoking cigarettes, and this is nothing new. Here's a person in a gorilla suit drinking a Coke. They use little gags to try to sell it, I guess, even though it's really absurd. More devil horns on this one. Always walking around with devil horns. Did you see that? They're casting spells on you. I see trannies throw up devil horns at me all the time. Look at that tiny, tiny, tiny little leash they have on it. Ridiculous. Why do they even need a leash? It's clearly well-mannered. Yep, it's just you're looking at a big Hollywood suit. Product placement for Coca-Cola. It's just a rubber animatronic nose, mouth area. The face has animatronics in it. It's a big fursuit. Look at the leash. So well behaved, so well trained. Go in your little cage. They want you to feel emotional about it. That's why they always keep these animals in dirty, tiny cages. It's cuz well, one, they're not actually being kept there. Nobody has to sleep in there. It's just a photo op. It's just part of their movie. And they're getting you all emotional. Oh, that poor thing. Look at the Free Martin on the left is cracking up while she does this. She's cracking up. These little FTM hands. I think the suit looks really bad right here. They don't look like this anymore. This one looks super rubbery. Today they're way more furry. Doing more devil horns, it looks like. And I'll just pause here because this one is just a midget in a fursuit. And I think what they do, they just use Hollywood magic to usually make these. They want to make the babies look really, really small so that you think, oh, that's impossible to fake. Well, I don't know. Most people don't even doubt this stuff, but I believe that because a lot of people say the babies are too small for a person. I think what they did here is they have a really tall strat dress up like a tiny little girl. I think that this strat is way bigger than what you think, and I think it's just a midget in a fursuit, some Vern Troyer thing. Go look up Vern Troyer in a gorilla suit. They get a midget. Midgets are a big part of this deception. It's kind of silly, but you know how Hollywood abuses and uses the midgets? This is the type of side gig that the midgets are forced to do. Okay, you're going to be a chimp now. And look, you can see that they dress this and they keep them on the ground, but actually that's a tall child. They just dress them up like a little girl. And they only give you a few seconds of this footage.